Hello and welcome to Magic AutoCAD. In this part of tutorial, we shall talk about the coordinates. So here we are going to see how to exploit the coordinate, which is the most important part of, or the most important tool that we're going to be using along in 3D. And before you start working, make sure your drawing space is on 3D modeling. Remember, this is where to switch your 3D modeling. Then now, we first of all going to make you understand that if you intend to draw any 2D object on the 3D modeling space, make sure your coordinates are at X and Y. So on this very space, you cannot draw a 2D model. So let's quickly look how we can do that. So we'll let's go to the top view. Then there we are. Let's go to parallel. Okay, you click on parallel. So this is a top view, and here you're going to see that your axes are at Y and X axis. So let's see if we can draw on this axis, Y and X. Let's go to the rectangle, click, then let's try it over here if we can do it. Yeah, so we can draw on the X and Y axis. Okay, let's try to see if we can draw on the 3D object. So we do the same here. Let's draw on this face, and you see that on this face we can equally draw. Okay, you can equally draw on the face. Now let's rotate it to the front view. Okay, here we are at the front view. Then let's try to see. Now at the front view, you're going to see that the object we drew along the X and Y axis is lying here. Okay, it's lying directly here. Then now at the front, you see that we are now at the Z and X axis. So let's try to see if we can draw on this axis. We go to the same rectangle, we click somewhere here, I'm trying to draw. So you'll see that here we cannot draw the 2D object, we cannot draw the rectangle. So in that, we press escape. Let's go back to the same rectangle. Let's see if we can draw on this surface. Okay, yeah, so you see that on this surface, we can draw the 2D rectangle on this surface. Okay, we do that. Then now let's go back to this other view, to the left view. Yeah, let's try and see. Then here you see that we have Y and Z axis. Okay, we have the Y and Z axis here. Let's see if we can draw on the Y and Z axis. We go to the same rectangle. Let's see here, let's click here and see. Then you see that you can neither draw on the Z and Y axis. So we delete and then we go back to rectangle. Then we draw on the surface on the 3D. Then now you see that you can draw on the surface. Okay, you can draw on the surface. So we can conclude here that in order to draw a 2D object on the 3D modeling space, you can only draw on the 3D object, but you cannot draw on Y, Z axis nor Z, X axis, and you can only draw on the X and Y axis. So let's turn it back. Let's go back to home to go back to the default position. From here, let's orbit our drawing to see what we did so far. So you're going to see that the ones that we succeeded in drawing are lying directly at the same plane with the different faces that we drew. Okay, so in this case, let's exit the rotation. So looking at these objects that we did, you will see that they might not be really aligned. Okay, they might not be aligned with the faces or with the coordinate. So in order to draw on any 3D face, make sure, let's go up here to the coordinates, then you click here, okay, and then here you're going to see these 3 coordinates. You're going to click on face, okay, you left click on face, and you make sure you bring these coordinates to click on the set surface or the face where you intend to do your drawing in order to assure the alignment. So let's click on this face, okay, we click on this face, okay, we accept. Then now let's go to this circle, okay, then we bring it here on the surface where we want to draw. Then now we click it there. Now let's move the coordinate to the next surface. In order to do that, you don't need to go here again. You need to come up here, okay, you need to come up here at the origin, then you click on the origin, then this coordinate is going to follow you wherever you want to place, okay, then you bring it to the next surface. Let's place it here, okay. Then now let's go up here, rectangle, and see how we can draw on the surface. Yeah, draw here. Then now let's try and rotate and see what we've done so far. Here you see that the alignment is assured, okay, your alignment is assured because this coordinates lies on the plane by the y and x axis, okay, so you are assured with the alignment, okay. Let's keep it there, and before we go to the next axis, let's quickly delete these drawings, okay. You have to be careful in selecting. Then here we delete, erase, then we select this one as well, we take polyline, erase. Okay, here we are. So now let's talk about the next coordinates, okay. We go back here to this coordinate and we drop down. Here you see that on the face, this face aligns the user coordinates, okay, on the face as we just saw. Then this second one, it aligns the user coordinate system to a selected object, okay. It aligns with the object, meanwhile this one aligns to a face. So if you intend to draw any other drawing, any other object here, and then we select this one, let's just select and see, okay. Let's select, if we select it, let's spin it anywhere, okay, let's place it here. Then now let's go to do a drawing, go to rectangle, let's draw here and see what we got, okay. So you see that here this one is aligned to this object but not to a particular face, okay. It's aligned to the object, not to a particular face. In that we delete, and then let's go to talk about the third. And before we go to the third, let's turn it to the top. Let's go to the view cube and turn it to the top here, okay. Sorry, let's go to the front, okay. Let's go to the front. Here you'll see that the coordinates here are the z and x coordinates, and if you intend to draw any object here, it's not going to go, okay. Like I told you, it's not going to go except you turn this to to y x axis. So in that, let's delete. Then in order to do that, we'll go back here to talk about the third option. Here you select view, okay. This view aligns the xy plane on the user coordinate system with the screen, okay. It aligns with the screen. So you click here, automatically you're going to realize y and x coordinate. And now let's see if we can now draw our object. Now you see that we can draw the rectangle freely, okay, with no problem, okay. So in that, let's go back to home. Okay, so you're going to see that this object was drawn there. Then to go back to default, you go up here to UCS world. Okay, and you click on UCS world, and it's going to take us back to default, to the isometric view. Yeah, with time you're going to understand why we study all these coordinates. Okay, there is no way you can carry on a 3D project successfully without understanding coordinates, or without using these coordinates. So the earlier you study to really understand the coordinates. So with that, I would like us to move to talk about the next coordinate. Let's change this to parallel first. Then here we are going to talk about the rotation of the coordinates, okay, around the x, y, or the z axis. With that, let me zoom so that you can see very well what we're going to be doing here. Okay, in this case, let's go up straight to the axis. You left click to drop down. Then now let's start with the z axis. You left click on this z axis. This z axis rotate the user coordinate system about the z axis. Okay, so click to see. So here you'll see that the z axis is tension. Meanwhile, we rotate the x and the y axis around the z axis. Okay, so now take for instance you wanted to draw on the bottom and bring it on the position. Here lies the x and y axis where you can draw. Okay, now let's click somewhere there. We'll go back to the axis. Let's take now the z to see how it goes. Sorry, that was y. So we took the y. Then now you see that we can rotate the z and x axis around the y. Okay, take for instance you wanted to draw on this face. Okay, on this face, then we bring it to this point. You're going to see that the y and the x axis lies on this green face where you can easily draw on this face and you are sure of an alignment. Okay, let's click it there. Let's click it somewhere there. Then now we go back to take the x axis. From here you will see that the x axis is tensioned. Meanwhile, we rotate the z and the y axis around it. So now if you keep it at this position, you're going to see that the y and x axis lie on the red plane where you can easily draw with alignment assured. Okay, so keep it there. Then now let's go back to the wall UCS. Okay, you click on walls UCS, and then you're going to see this one is going to come back to original, or to default, or to the original point. Then now let's go back home to bring it down. Good. Then we adjust. Let's adjust. Now let's move now to talk about this axis. Okay, let's start with the first one. This first one here. Okay, because when you see here, you're going to see Bob. This one is not lighting, this one is not lighting, and then this one is lighting. Okay, yeah, as I can describe. So this one is to show UCS icon at original. Okay, so this one, in case your UCS goes to anywhere and then you click on this one, it's going to come back to the origin where it was. Okay, now let's go now to see at the second one. The second one shows UCS icon, okay, at the position where you have sent it to be. Okay, let's click on it now and see. So from here, maybe this UCS icon was disturbing you from drawing here freely. Then when you click on the second one, it has to come somewhere here to give you enough space to draw. Let's now move to talk about this other coordinate above. Here, this coordinate talks mostly about the position of your UCS. Okay, maybe you want to do your drawing on this drawing space freely and you don't want to see this UCS. Then you come up here, then now you click on show UCS icon. Okay, when you click on it, then it's gonna move it from the origin to an end. Okay, like now it's at this angle, so you can use this place now freely without the disturbance of this UCS. Or maybe at this position is still not convenient, you just want to eliminate it from this interface. Then you're gonna go up back here, then you click on the hide UCS icon. As you can see, the bulb is lighting. Then when you click on it, it's gonna hide it. Okay, it's gonna hide it. Then if you want to bring it to the origin, okay, to the original point, you go back here and then you come to show UCS icon, then you click and it's going to come back to the origin. Okay, just like that. Now let's talk about this other icon here. This one talks about naming the icon. Okay, you might want to change the name of your UCS and how you want to do it. Okay, because you might want to change the name from UCS to something else. Okay, and then you come here, it's either you set the current to change the name, or you go in to see the details how you can change, or you go to the previous. Okay, now let's go back to this other one, this other UCS. This one manages the user coordinate system. Okay, like let's take for instance, maybe you want to start up a new project somewhere here, so you need to form a new coordinate. Then you click somewhere there. Okay, you click it at your convenience. Okay, then from here now you can do another project this way. Okay, so it all depends on you how you want to position it. Then let's go again and see. You can still change it from here to another place. Okay, you turn it like this. You can want to have your coordinates this way. Okay, so you are there. Okay, then this is your new point. Then to go back to default or to the origin, you go up here at UCS world, then you click, then it's going to take you back to default. Then now let's talk about this other coordinate. It talks about the properties of the UCS icon. Okay, you can control the system, the size, and the color of the UCS icon. So when you click it down here, you're gonna see, if you decide, you can change the color of the UCS, because here the present one, you see the X is red, the Z is blue, and the Y is green. So you can decide to change the colors. It depends all on you. Then now let's talk about this other UCS. This one is the world UCS. Here, this one simply summarizes all what we've been talking here. Okay, because here you're going to see top, bottom, left, right, front, and back. So when you click on the top, okay, then because currently we're at the top, you will see the X and Y axis, which means you can draw very well on the top. Then now when you click on the bottom, then you're gonna see it's gonna turn upside down, which means you can draw very well on the bottom, and then you ensure alignment. Then now what if you click on the other side, like the left, then you're gonna see the X and Y axis line directly on the left, which you can draw. You can align your new drawing on this surface without any fear. Then now the same with the right and the front, you can do the same. You see the X and Y axis. Remember, we said you can only draw on the face on the X and Y coordinates, okay, to guide you to draw following your alignment. Okay, so now from there, let's go back to click on the world UCS world to take us back to the default position. Then with that, I think that is all about the coordinates. In our next tutorial, we're going to be talking about the modeling, especially about the extrude and the press pull tools. So now let's just try and let the cat out of the back here. Let's go to the circle. Yeah, you click on the circle there. Then let's come to the surface. Let's draw on the surface to see what we got. Okay, just make a circle of this nature. Then we'll go to the press pull. And let's click here. This is just bonus. We click here, then you pull it down, then you click. Now let's rotate and see what we got here. Now we'll go to orbit. Wow, so you now see the reason why I emphasized on drawing on the surfaces. So this is what we're going to be seeing in our next tutorial. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. The best is yet to come. See you in our next tutorial. Thank you.